All right, so welcome guys. Adrim had me he wanted me to come in here and teach you guys some content because I guess you guys purchase products from him, things like that. He wanted me to just completely just deliver you guys just content and trainings, things like that. For those of you guys that don't know me, I know some of you guys have probably already seen me around. Some of you guys may not know me. Um, I do sell t-shirts. That's probably why you guys are here, because you guys are looking to sell a lot of t-shirts through Facebook marketing, Teespring, Represent, whatever it is that you guys are using, whatever platform it is that you guys are doing. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some content and value that really just helped me sell a lot of shirts. And I know it'll help you as well, because it's also helped a lot of students of mine and a lot of just different private coaching, things like that. It's helped a lot of people and it's helped me. And I know it'll probably help a lot of you guys as well if you guys implement these techniques and trainings that I'm going to deliver to you right now. All right. So, my bold promise to you before the end of this presentation, right? You're going to learn in depth, in detail, exactly why some shirts will profit and why some shirts don't, right? I know a lot of you guys probably, launch a lot of shirts, maybe some profit and some don't. Maybe you have ones that you thought would do well, but they didn't do well. And then maybe you guys have some that, you didn't think was going to do that well, but for whatever reason, it still sold a lot. Okay. This way you guys will learn exactly how to sell. Like, you guys will learn before you guys launch these campaigns whether the shirt will sell or not sell without even running any ads to it yet, without even knowing, without testing the shirts yet. You guys will know, is this a winner or is this a loser? Okay, it's that simple and it's that easy. And by the end of this presentation, you guys will, it'll click for you guys. Okay, you guys will understand it much more. It's almost like the science behind the art of selling t-shirts and making sure your designs are converting converting well, right? Okay. Let me see if I can see the chat to see if you guys are saying anything. Give me 1 second. I need to find the chat. All right, guys, got it. Sorry, ran through some technical difficulties. This Google Hangouts, it's a little different than Webinar Jam or the other type of stuff, right? So we'll go ahead and continue, right? Let me see if you guys have any questions. Yeah, John, we're gonna go over that. John, we're gonna go over everything that pretty much goes over the design and what to look for when it comes to t-shirt designs. All right. Um, any more questions? Okay, it looks like we're ready to go. All right. So before we actually get started, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to kindly just turn off the Facebook, the TV, get out your notepads, Skype. I know you guys text messages, whatever it is, put the baby to bed, things like that. We're gonna go ahead and try to make this more of like a workshop slash training. Okay, that way, because I want to interact with you guys and maybe help you guys later on some things that you guys may need help on or whatever, things like that. And if you guys have any questions, please save them till the end, but be sure to write them down, because I know sometimes when I attend trainings like this, I forget what my question was. And sometimes that could be the X factor, whether or not you sell a lot of shirts or not, right? The one thing that you want to learn, or the one thing you were confused about, and maybe slide 7, but then we're at slide 18 or whatever. So just write down your questions on a notepad or piece of paper, and then when we have time for a Q&A, you guys can shoot away, right? And I will be more than happy to help you guys as much as I can. Okay. So my goal, okay, if you guys stay for the entire training, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and teach you guys the 7 steps that I actually use over and over and over and over again. Okay, it's just 7 steps, 1 through 7, and then you go back to 1 through 7, and you go back to 1 through 7, and it just consistently works to just keep selling shirts over and over again. That way you guys don't get complicated. There's just a lot of complication and confusion out there, and if you guys don't have a set system to actually run your business, then you're not really running a business. Okay, you're just trying to sell shirts. It's a big different. It's a different type of approach in terms of mindset when you guys are, you know, trying to sell shirts, or you guys are running step by step through how to actually sell as much shirts as you can, right? That way, if you guys want to get more advanced and get to outsourcing and things like that, it's a lot simpler once you have the same 7 steps, because then you can just have someone do each individual step for you, right? Okay, so selling t-shirts, these 7 steps and all the stuff that I'm going to be training and teaching you today, it has done over 6 figures for me in shirts in just the past 6 months alone. Okay, Teespring actually did an article about me just a couple days ago. I think it was on their community page, right? And I'm actually going to walk you. I'm actually going to, you know, go through the stuff with you step by step today. That way, you guys will actually know whether or not your shirts are going to tip or if they're going to sell or profit before you even drive traffic. Okay, so it's going to save you a lot of time and hassle and things like that. Okay, that way it cuts out like the testing phase. Although you do still need to test everything, but it will trim it down to the point where things will get a lot easier. Okay, let's see. Oop, backwards. All right, so how is this gonna help you, right? When you guys get everything down to a step-by-step formula, and when you guys learn the exact details as to why some shirts actually tip and why some shirts will not tip. Okay, well, it's gonna save you on design costs, because now you're not gonna know to make the crappy designs. Okay, you're gonna know exactly what to tell your designer to do, instead of having your designer make you something and then trying to sell it and it doesn't sell, then you wasted money on that design. Now you know exactly what to look for when you're creating designs. Okay, not only that, but you guys are going to save money on traffic. That way you guys don't really waste too much money on testing so many different things and only to have it not really work. Okay, and overall, it's just going to save you a lot of time, money, and energy. And just make sure you focus only on the stuff that's converting and not focus too hard on the stuff that's not going to work. Okay, so let's jump right in. So about myself, okay, I had a 1.67 grade point average. Okay, I was kicked out of my junior college, and I was actually working at my mom's donut shop for less than minimum wage. All right, because you know, Asian communities, you kind of have to serve your time, I guess, you know, pay your dues. So I was working for less than minimum wage. I got kicked out of my junior college because my grades were too low. And prior to that, in high school, I did have a 1.67. Okay, I did try everything there was to try to make money online. Okay, I joined those pyramid scheme type of stuff that I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, like the MLM network marketing. I've done other CPA offers, things like that. I've tried everything. Okay, I remember going car to car in shopping malls and actually putting what is it called, like a brochure type of thing into every little car, hoping that maybe, you know, they will buy a product off me or they'll join in on my business opportunity or things like that, right? And eventually the security guard came in and dragged me out. Okay, I remember those days, right? It was fun. I loved it. I miss it. Okay, so here's a picture of my actual report card. Okay, that I had a 1.67. I actually keep this report card on my desk every time that I'm working, because it actually shows me where I came from and what my potential really is. Okay, and right here on the right side, you can see Teespring's news. I did they did Bridget Sorer, I guess the leader of Teespring's news article. She did do an article on me, which was great, really nice of her. Okay, and I'm just gonna go through real quick. This is a couple of the results that I have. I have spent over $1,000 in one day on t-shirts. Okay, and now because of Teespring and selling shirts and the techniques and trainings I'm about to teach you, I went from a 1.67 GPA, grade point average, and now I'm able to travel to places like, you know, New York, Miami, Denver, Chicago. I've been able to meet people like Bob Proctor. I've seen Tony Robbins events twice. I've met Jordan Belfort, things like that. Okay, it's because of these trainings I'm going to teach you right now, and hopefully, you know, and I know if you guys do implement these techniques, it'll work for you guys too. All right. So the problem that I actually have found during my journey, right, when I actually started learning Teespring, okay, was that it's a game that requires way too much testing. Okay, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, you know, you come up with a design, okay, we got to test it. You come up with a targeting or a niche, okay, we got to test it. Then we got to test this. Then the PPE doesn't work. Okay? Then the CTW doesn't work. Then, you know, whatever, this doesn't work, but maybe this didn't work. So that way we have to test that. And, you know, it just gets crazy. Okay, it gets intense and it gets insane. And, you know, it made me kind of venture out to discover kind of like the science of it, even though there's no real science when it comes to shirts, okay? Because, you know, a t-shirt is not scientific, okay? There's no real formula on whether a shirt will sell or not, but it's more of an art, okay? It's just like how when you look at a Mona Lisa picture, you know, you and I may think it's stupid, but maybe back then, or to an artist, they might think it's amazing, right? Because maybe they know art more. Well, it's kind of like t-shirts, because every niche has a different definition when it comes to what they feel is cute, or what they feel is clever, or what they feel is passionate. Okay, because there's men, there's women, there's older people, there's younger people, there's so many different niches and varieties of different type of people in this world that you never know what's converting for each one. Okay, so there's no real science behind it, so it's more like an art. But I went out and I found the science behind the art. Right, let me get some water. Talking too fast. All right, let me check the chat real quick. I'm looking at the presentation. All right. So we'll continue. We'll move on from there. There's some people that still cannot get in for whatever reason, but they'll have to catch the replay, right? Okay. So back to the problem, right? With Teespring, there's too much testing, and there's way too many different methods. Okay, that one I'm sure you guys already know that there's just way too many different methods. And when it comes to organizations and systemizing things, okay, Teespring, in terms of t-shirt marketing, it seems like what people are doing is they're slapping and they're going. Okay, they would slap something on. If it doesn't work, then they would just move on and slap something else on. And if it doesn't work, they're just gonna move on and slap something else on until they find one that sticks, right? Then when it sticks, then when it stops sticking, guess what? They have to slap a new one on and move on from there. And that type of method and that type of philosophy when it comes to selling shirts, I'm sure a lot of you guys can agree with me that it gets kind of frustrating. Okay, so what is this magical secret? It's not a secret. Okay, the secret, the thing that I do that makes my business run a lot smoother, and the reason why I was able to generate a large amount of income selling t-shirts in such a short amount of time with very little experience, was because I was able to organize everything and systemize it in a way that all I have to do is follow the steps. So every day it's almost like there's an action planner, right? Every day it's just like, step 1, you do this, step 2, you do this, step 3, you do this, and all the way down to step 7. And when you go back, you go to step 1, and you want to scale it, you just do it 5 times over and over again. Okay, and then eventually what you can do is you can have different people in your team if you want to get advanced and get outsourcing, and each one will handle each step, right? You just pass it down the line. Okay, know whether your campaigns will sell or okay. Yeah, that's another one of my secrets. Okay, if you study the secrets, the science, right, behind it, you'll actually know whether or not your campaigns will sell or not before you run tests and before you run traffic. Okay, that way you don't really waste your time, right? Just to make it that simple. Okay, you attack only when you win, right? Just like you guys watched Floyd Money Mayweather the past Saturday, fighting Saturday, right? He's not going to take fights that he knows he's going to lose. He's going to wait until he knows he's going to win, then he's going to attack. Okay, same thing when he fought against Manny Pacquiao, right? You guys probably watched the fight. You guys probably, were bored just like I was, but you noticed he wouldn't attack unless he knew he was going to land a punch. That's why he kept his ratio so high. Okay, this method that I'm going to teach you, I actually keep my winning and losing ratio pretty high in terms of let's say I launch 10 shirts. Well, I'll probably be able to tip at least 7 of them. Okay, they might not all give me a large profit, but they'll all at least tip, and I can get my money back. And then maybe I'll have 3 out of the 7 or 4 out of the 7 actually be big profits, and then those I can keep relaunching over and over again. And I only have maybe 3 that maybe needs a little more testing or a little more things that I need to fix up. Okay, it keeps your ratio really high, and it keeps you efficient, safe and efficient. That way you're not just throwing money in, trying 100 different shirts, only to miss 90 of them and you land 10 of them, right? It keeps you at an accurate pace. That way you don't mess up. You don't really kill your capital. Not everyone's going to have $1 million to invest into ad spends on selling shirts, right? No, not to mention all the design costs, okay? Now let's move on. I hope you guys get that concept, okay? Attack only when you know you guys are going to win, okay? You don't need to bother launching a shirt that you're completely unconfident about, okay? So how do you know when to attack, okay? And how do you know whether you're going to win or lose before you attack, okay? Because, a lot of people say fire, aim, ready, Okay, I don't necessarily believe in that, because if you do that, then just like in boxing, right? Floyd Mayweather, it's how he knocks people out. Okay, because they fire before they aim, and then whereas Mayweather, he doesn't even fire until he knows he's gonna win. Okay, so you don't really need to launch the shirts unless you know you're gonna win. Okay, you guys get this? Yes. Okay, love it, love it. It seems like you guys are understanding this stuff. Okay, so let's go over it. Okay, the three main components that I use to determine whether the shirt's going to be a winner or a loser. Okay, it's also called the fail points or the success points. Okay, I know that's what Don calls it, right? Either these are the in t-shirts. There's really only three main points, three main components. I call it, right? Whether or not you're gonna fail or you're gonna lose. I mean, you're gonna fail or you're gonna win, right? Not fail or lose. But okay, the first one is your niche. Okay, this is the one that I guess a lot of people, a lot of beginners make this mistake all the time, because they end up targeting niches that they don't fit the criteria. Okay, that I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Okay, your niche has to be large enough to market to on Facebook. Okay, your niche has to be a pretty big niche, not necessarily like super broad, but it has to be a niche that's big enough. Okay, there has to be some type of fans or some type of passionate people within that niche. Okay, your audience has to have money. Okay, and they have to have a credit card or PayPal, and they have to be using the internet. Okay, preferably the mobile phone. Right, I like to go with the mobile phone. Okay, yes, desktop does work too, but mobile phone, I like going with mobile phone because they bring their mobile phones everywhere they go. Whereas if you go on desktop, what ends up happening is they have to be present on the computer, and not everyone's going to be present on the computer, but they're usually present on their phone. Okay, we live in that day and age now. All right. So yeah, the audience do have to have money. Okay, so a lot of beginners and newbies ask me, "Oh, can I target little kids?" Like, and it doesn't really work because little kids aren't nearly on. They're not on the internet as much, and they don't have a credit card or PayPal. It would take another step for them. They would have to ask their parents, and their parents would have to look at it, right? So try to go for niches that do have credit cards, PayPal, money. That way you clear it out to people that can physically buy it. Okay. Now you have to narrow it down to just will they buy it? Okay. You just got the physical part. They will buy it. Okay. The passion. Okay. The niches. Okay. The money is in the passion of the niches. Okay. This is the most basic and simplest concept, right? Yeah. Yeah, John. Yeah, you will get a replay. I will get you a replay. Okay. Aaron, Q&A is at the end, so I do recommend you writing your questions down. Yeah, all right. So we'll move on from there. Niches, right? The passion has to be, your niche has to be really passionate about either who they are, where they're from, what they do for a living, things like that. Okay, you can't just a niche. Okay, let's say for example, a table. Okay, that's not a niche because no one in this world is really that passionate about tables. Okay, you can't really sell shirts to people that love tables because it's not really the most passionate thing in this world. Okay, there's no one in this world like painting themselves, with table like colors when they're at the table game or something, right? It doesn't work like that. It has to be something like religion works. There's always passion in religion, family oriented things like mothers, fathers. You guys see all those grandparent type of clothing, things like that. Okay, it has to be passionate. Okay, people have to really love either what they do, where they're from. They have to be really proud. Okay, you have to be able to make them just bring out the love in them, right? Bring out the passion in them, or you can bring out the hate. That works too. But just bring something out of them that hits a home run. Okay, it hits their heart. Okay, you want their heart to sink. Okay, and in order for their heart to actually sink, they have to have passion within the niche. Okay, the number two thing is designs. Okay, so this is one that a lot of people do. A lot of beginners make this mistake. Okay, uniqueness, right? Uniqueness. Okay, well, what do I mean by uniqueness? Well, the shirts that you guys sell on Facebook, it can't be something that they normally see like out at the malls, right? It can't be something that they normally see anywhere else. It has to be completely different. Okay, and let me explain to you guys why. Okay, when you guys are strolling down through Facebook, okay, whether you guys are on your desktop or mobile, okay, what happens is a lot of your ads, you're going to try to attack the news feed. Okay, so when people are strolling down on their Facebook, right, and they see something on their newsfeed that they normally see, they're just going to keep strolling down, okay? Because they see it normally, right? It's just normal to them. Where that's the reason why a lot of these t-shirt sellers, they put that red border around their shirt, or they put that yellow background, or they do crazy stuff like that to make sure that the audience actually sees it, right? And then if your shirt looks like a regular shirt that anyone would wear, okay, then it's just something really normal to them. They can find it at a retail store, okay? They can find it anywhere, right? So it has to be completely different than what they're used to seeing, right? That could be a bad thing or a good thing, okay? Because believe it or not, sometimes ugly shirts are really unique and they sell, okay? Believe it or not, but not mostly not, okay? The next thing we talked about this, okay? Calling, okay? It has to call. Okay, the next one, calling, that one has to be the number one mistake that I made when I was first coming up, okay? Because you can make a really unique shirt and have it be really nice, but if it doesn't call them personally, then guess what? It's not going to sell, okay? They might like it, they might share it, they might comment it, and they might tell all their friends about it, but they'll never buy it because it doesn't call them personally, right? It doesn't pull them into it, okay? Let me give you an example, okay? You know those shirts that have those thumbs ups that points to themselves where it says like, this chick loves whatever, or this guy loves? Notice that it's personal because it calls to them personally, right? Whether if you just have a funny shirt that's awesome, they might look at it as just another BAME or another postcard that they're just going to share with their friends and laugh about it and think it's funny. It doesn't call to them, okay? That's why those shirts that say like all I care about is pit bulls and maybe 3 people, right? Notice it says all I care about, right? It doesn't say pit bulls are cool, right? Or like pit bulls are better than 3 people or whatever, right? It's not just like a super generic phrase that it just goes out to the open, right? It catches them in like a hook and it just pulls it right down to them, okay? So make sure your shirts are calling. It has to have some type of personal relationship with them, okay? I like to do shirts that mostly say me in it or I in it, okay? Yeah, okay. You guys get this? Okay, Sharon says there's no sound. There's sound, right? You guys can hear me. Yeah, there should be sound. Yeah, Sharon, if there's no sound, you might want to just refresh it or like exit and come back. Oh, you can't hear me. That's stupid. Let me type it. Okay, so anyways, we'll just move on, and you guys can, if you guys are having technical difficulties, try exiting and coming back in, and it will get you guys the replay. All right? You guys liking this so far though? Good, good, good. A lot of good feedback. A lot of you guys seems good. All right, so your designs, okay, clever, funny, cute, things like that, right? This is something clever, funny, cute. It's same concept as being unique, okay? And then the next one, good, okay? Your design has to be good, okay? I know that sounds stupid. You're probably like, Peter, or what do you mean it has to be good? Well, it's simple, okay? You just want to ask yourself, would you wear the shirt, okay? If you were within that niche, if you were a teacher, would you pull your credit card out and buy that shirt if you were a teacher, okay? Or if you were a chef, would you pull your credit card out and would you buy that shirt and would you wear it proudly, okay? That to me, it just, if you can answer that question, then you're gonna sell a lot of shirts, okay? It's as simple as it seems, but you just want to make sure you put yourself in their shoes and that you ask yourself, if I was a chef, I would definitely wear that shirt. Or if I was this, I would definitely wear it. Okay. I would definitely pull my credit card out and buy it. Better yet, right? Okay. You always want to remember people don't buy shirts because they just want the shirt. Okay. People aren't out there buying shirts just because they want to wear a shirt, right? People buy shirts because of the way the shirt makes them feel. Okay. So when it comes to buying shirts, it's the same concept like when top brands like Louis Vuitton or the alligator brand, Lacoste. No, Lacoste is a sport. Yeah, Lacoste, right? Louis Vuitton or Lacoste. The reason why they can mark their price up so high is because people they're buying the feeling. Okay? They're not really buying the material. Because usually those top brands have really bad material. And anyways, they have like I think a while back, like I wore like a Hollister shirt and it was really thin. I didn't like it. I didn't feel like I was wearing anything. But I guess that the saying Hollister, I guess it makes people feel like they're from Southern California or something. But yeah, back to the concept. People, when you guys go out and buy cars, okay, a Mercedes can get you from point A to point B, but the same thing can happen when you guys buy a Toyota. Okay, it's point A to point B. If anything, a Toyota might even last longer. And then if a Mercedes breaks down or anything happens to a Mercedes, it's really hard to find parts to fix the Mercedes too. So the Toyota might be a better bet. But the Toyota will not give you the same feeling that a Mercedes will give you. Okay, there's people that feel that sense of accomplishment when they have a Mercedes, or some people feel, you know, nicely arrogant now that they're driving a Mercedes. Well, same thing with the shirts. Okay, you're not trying to sell the shirts because you want to keep people warm. Okay, summer's coming. Okay, you don't need to keep them warm anymore, right? And I live in Southern California, so hot weather. We don't really need to wear shirts, but we like to wear shirts because the way that we feel when our friends look at us when we wear our shirt, right? The way that we feel when strangers see us wearing our particular shirt, right? That's why we buy a particular shirt. That's why we're willing to pay an extra $80 to $90 to have a little alligator on the side of my shirt. That's why I'm willing to pay an extra $200, $300 or whatever the cost is just to have an L and a V on my purse, right? So I can feel like, you know, I'm pretty or whatever girls like to feel. Okay, you guys get it? Is it making a lot more sense for you two guys? It's not as complicated as you guys think it is, okay? Yeah, you guys are selling emotion. You're right. Yeah. So you guys are selling is a transfer of emotion. Okay, that's really all selling is. For any of you guys that have taken any sort of sales psychology classes, things like that, all you're really doing is you're giving to them an emotion. Okay, you're trying to give to them a certain feeling that's unique, that's calling, that's clever, that's funny, that's good. Okay, that's really what you're trying to give to people. Okay, seems like you guys are getting it. Good, good, good. Looks like you guys are enjoying this. All right. So next one, the next component, right, is simply just targeting. Okay, let me get some water. All right. So the targeting aspect is probably one of the main reasons why you guys actually came here too, because a lot of you guys probably already have experience selling a lot of shirts, or maybe some of you guys are just starting. But targeting is as simple as you know, you put the right shirt in front of the right people. Okay, you just make sure your target is big enough to scale. Okay, we can get into much more detail with this in a second, or maybe on a Q&A. Okay, because I know a lot of you guys probably have a lot of questions about targeting, and we can actually get really into detail about this. Okay, but it's pretty plain and it's pretty simple. Okay, you just can't sell meats to a vegetarian. You can't sell condoms to a nun. You can't sell ice to an Eskimo. Okay, Facebook marketing just makes this really easy for us, and it lands on the news feed. Okay, I know a lot of you guys right now are asking me about Google AdWords or things like that, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Yeah, I think Pinterest is something new, but yeah. Hey Peter, Peter, Pinterest is new right now. I haven't dived into it yet. Once I do, I'll be sure to let you guys know about it, and then we can work on those. Okay. But yeah, Facebook marketing is probably the best way in terms of, you know, marketing your shirts online, because only just because it's the second leading, you know, website in the world. Not only that, it's the number one social media, and on top of that, Facebook has the best database of every human being. Okay, it just knows everything about you. So I would recommend just using Facebook for now. I know a lot of you guys maybe take other courses and things like that that teach you otherwise, but I would just recommend Facebook, specifically the newsfeed. Okay. Now, let me tell you guys why the newsfeed is so effective in terms of selling shirts on Facebook. Okay, every time you guys are using your computer, you guys are using your mobile phones. What ends up happening is the stuff on the side you kind of blur out because your brain is so focused on what's in the middle. Because the side stuff is usually advertisement. It's the same thing when you guys watch TV. You guys watch you know, the Laker games or whatever you guys are watching. What ends up happening is during the commercial, you usually blur out and you end up having conversations with whoever's there, right? You don't really think too much about the commercials. Well, same thing with Facebook newsfeed. Okay, you usually don't pay too much attention on anything else when you're on Facebook, whether you're on a mobile phone or a computer. But when something's on your newsfeed, it doesn't really, you know, trigger your subconscious mind as spam. It triggers it more as, oh, this is on my newsfeed. Okay, it's the reason why a lot of people are saying Instagram is really good, and Twitter, because Twitter is usually just stuff that's on your newsfeed. There's nothing else distracting you, right? So we'll get into targeting in a second, okay? So right now we'll go ahead and move on from there, right? Let's see, give me one sec. All right. So you guys want to know how I organize my campaigns through these same 7 steps, right? Right? Is that what you guys want to learn? Yeah. Hey, John, I said Q&As at the end. All right. So you asked like 4 different questions right now. Please save them. I would recommend you write them down because you might not remember those. So yeah, just put them at the end. Okay. We'll have Q&A at the end. Yeah. Okay. So how do I organize my campaigns? Okay. How do you guys organize it in a way that way you guys are not, launching shirts right now, and at the same time you have 4 or 5 designers making you a different shirt, and then while you're doing that, you're trying to optimize 2 other shirts, right? And then before that, you have to set up a conversion pixel, and then you set up a retargeting ad, and then it just gets messy and hectic. Okay. So the way I organize my campaigns and the way I was able to do a lot of this stuff just very part-time, okay, is these same 7 steps right now. Okay. If you guys got to put these same 7 steps in the exact same order. Okay. If you guys do these steps, then just on the same order, then things should be much easier for you, and it shouldn't be nearly as complicated as you guys think it is. Okay. Okay. Several people are saying that there's no sound. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix this. One second. Let me see. Well, all right. So it does seem like that there are slight technical difficulties. It does seem like a couple of people are having trouble with the link, but it doesn't matter because this is going to be recorded. So I'll make sure to be sending this to you guys as soon as possible. Okay. Let me see. Let me address some of the questions I think I saw. Right. Okay. So Skip Martin. Yeah, I don't know if that's your real name, but Skip. The images of the shirt on the smartphone is not too small. Okay. If you guys use, it really doesn't matter if you guys use the dark post or the post ads. It's not too small. Okay. It shows up real well on the news feed. People just click on it, right? And smartphone, things like that. Where am I? Can you guys see now or something? All right. Well, we'll just move on, and you guys can check out the replay. Okay. All right. So these same 7 steps. Okay. You step number 1. What you guys want to do is you guys select your niche. Okay. Step number 1, you just go out there and you pick your niche, and you make sure the niche qualifies within the criteria that I told you guys before, right? In terms of component. Okay. You guys select your niche. You just pick it out. Okay. Then step number 2, you go out and you find a designer and you make your design for that niche. Okay. Again, you just make sure your design fits the description within those steps. Okay. And then step number 3, you set up your fan pages, your Facebook fan pages, and your pixels. Okay. You want to set up your retargeting pixels, your conversion pixels, things like that. And then step number 4, you target everything out. Okay. You go out and you find targeting for your you find targeting for your shirts, okay, on Facebook. And in step number 5, you launch them, okay. Then step 6, you scale and optimize. And step 7, you just relaunch and you repeat the step over and over and over and over again. Okay, so what ends up happening is what I usually do is I would go out, starting off, right? You would go out and you pick 4 or 5 niches, 10 niches that you want to go ahead and do. Then you go ahead and make designs for all those niches, okay. Then after that, when your designs are done being delivered back, you can go ahead and set up all your fan pages, your pixels, things like that after you uploaded the design onto Teespring, right? Or T-Chip, represent whatever it is that you guys are using, okay? Then you set out some time and you find targets for all those shirts that you're gonna do, and you launch them all at the same time. That way you guys can scale them and optimize them all at the same time. And while you're scaling and optimizing, you're preparing the next batch of 10 new niches or 10 new designs within those same niches, right? But you're preparing everything again, okay? That way, when it comes, are you guys getting this? You guys getting the concept that I'm trying to explain to you guys? Let's see. Standby, error occurred. Yeah, it seems like some people are having technical difficulties. Let's see. All right. Well, we'll move on. We'll move on anyways through the issues. Okay. You guys getting the concept? Okay. So you guys select your niche, you create your design, upload them, and then you guys set up your fan pages and your pixels and targeting, things like that. Okay. Would you guys like to see more in depth? Okay, because I know Advrim did have me talk to you guys about a course that I am coming out with later in May. I mean, not later in May, later in Monday, right? On Monday, I am launching a course on these same 7 steps. I do go in depth, in detailed, step by step, every little thing that these 7 steps, and I make sure that these 7 steps do fit within the 3 components. That way, your win-loss ratio is kept at a really high pace. Okay, you have much more wins than you will losses, and you'll be much more organized. Okay, I know that's what Advrim did have me. He wanted me to teach you guys this stuff, but would you guys like to see inside the course? Okay, I can actually show you guys inside the course right now. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, seems like everyone's saying yes. So we'll go ahead and check it out. Okay. Now you guys know you cannot pick up the course right now. It's not going to come out till Monday. Okay. So we'll see right here. So what it's gonna look like is you guys are gonna log in, right? Once you guys get to the membership area, it's gonna look like this when you guys log in. Okay. So what's gonna happen is, see right here on the left side, we are gonna have webinar trainings for the course, right? Once every other week or every week, things like that. That way we can actually continue to connect and do trainings just like this one, and I'll actually go over the shoulder with you and show you guys some of the things that I'm doing and things like that, right? The introduction, right? Exactly what we went over, more in depth and detailed, 3 components, the 7 steps, right? And then when you guys go in, see it's step 1 right here, okay? Finding your niches, okay? Picking your niches. I go over how you guys can find your niches, which niches are doing well, things like that, okay? Step number 2, okay? Intro to designs, okay? How do you guys make sure you guys have good converting designs, how to find your designs, okay? How to use social media, find good quotes, good memes on Google, and really go out there and create the right designs, okay? Also, how to outsource your designs, creating them through, good Fiverr places, things like that. And from there, how to upload them. I know some of you guys may already know how to upload them and things like that, but I also teach how to upload them just in case a lot of the beginners don't know. And also, there is a right and a wrong way on how to upload your design, setting your goal and price description, things like that. I have to make sure that you guys are doing it right. So even if you guys feel that I already know how to upload this stuff, I do recommend you guys going over this just in case you guys are doing something wrong or something that is in here that could potentially increase your conversions a lot. Okay. And then step number 3, you set up your fan pages, your retargeting pixels, and your conversion pixels. Okay, setting up your fan page is really important. Okay, a lot of you guys might not be setting up fan pages, but if you guys set up your fan pages, you guys can build a lifelong audience for life, and maybe even sell stuff past just t-shirts. Okay, I built a lot of fan pages in a really short amount of time. It's not as hard as you guys think. Okay, once you guys set up a specific fan page for every specific niche, you guys can start getting a lot of free sales just by posting content on there, schedule posting your shirts over and over again. You guys can get a lot of free sales, as well as a lot of free visitors to your shirts. Okay, and also make sure you're setting up your conversion pixel and your retargeting pixel properly. That way, you guys can actually retarget your audience through Facebook. Okay, and I actually go over what the right way to do it is on this training. Okay. Let me get some more water. All right. So next we go to targeting. Okay. Step 4, targeting. Okay. Every single one of these videos, it does go over, how to find targets, where to target your stuff, websites, things like that. Google, how to use Google to find specific targeting, how to put it all together so you guys know exactly step by step how to launch your shirts. It's almost like the whole entire process of how to, find all your good targeting and how to throw them into the Facebook so you make sure you target the right people. Okay. Make sure you get everything done step by step. It's easy to do. Okay. And also, you guys will have access to a lot of different tools that I do use. That way, you guys don't run around buying the wrong type of tools and software. You guys just buy the ones that I use, right? And then step number 5, I'll teach you guys how to assess and optimize your ads, how to look into your Facebook reports, how to look into your analytics, and really just teach you guys how to make better decisions. Okay, we know decision making is key in life. Okay, so it teaches you how to make better decisions when it comes to whether or not you should scale, whether or not you should stay, whether or not you should do this, whether or not we have good click-through rates, whether or not we have a high PPE, what's high, what's low, what's bad, what's good. Okay. Yes, making a lot of sense to you guys? Sounds good. Okay. So scaling and cutting, overview of scaling and cutting. Okay. So then you guys just go over how to scale your shirts and then how to cut them, how not to scale, how not to cut. All right. And you guys can set up your emailing, right? How to email your buyers, how to set up your coupon codes, when to use them, how to scale up and not out, right? And how to scale out and not up. Okay. And also how to use different various ads. Okay. Then step number 7, you pretty much just relaunch and repeat. Okay, you just relaunch your campaigns that are winning, and you just repeat the process and throw more campaigns in, and then before you know it, you have a huge snowball effect of only winning shirts. Right? Is it making a lot of sense to you guys? Good, good, good. Loving the feedback right now. And also, as an additional bonus, if you guys do pick up the course, there are bonuses if you guys buy the course early, right? It does come with a bunch of case studies. I'm gonna add a lot more in here. This is very limited. I actually have a lot more than this, but there's gonna be a lot of case studies on exactly how I use the 7 steps to do all these shirts, as well as bonuses that you guys will get, like right here. You guys will have cheat sheets and checklists. That way, you guys know exactly what's good and what's bad. You guys can just look at the cheat sheet, like 5% click-through rate, is that good? And then look at it. It says no, it's bad. Take it out. Or good PPE, 0.33 cents or whatever, and you guys can just look at it, right? Makes things a lot easier for you guys. Also, you guys will have a checklist, so when you guys actually post your ads and things like that, you guys are checking off things to make sure you're not missing anything. Okay, so that way you don't forget your conversion pixel, you don't forget to add a red border, you don't forget the little tiny steps that you guys may be insecure about. You guys just have a checklist, and you guys see checking them out as you guys launch your campaigns. Okay. You guys will also get my email swipes. I mean, my swipes, right? My post ad swipes. Okay, so you guys will have swipes that you guys just copy and paste for Facebook posts that I have split tested and things like that. So you guys don't have to worry about what should I write. Attention nurses, buy here. You guys don't have to worry about it because I already have the swipes for you. Okay, as well as the swipes for the description. Okay, the sales page, your shirts. Okay, some people they get insecure about what should I put on the description side. Okay, I have swipes for it. That way you guys know what to do, as well as a list of a lot of top designers that I have worked with, or a lot of my students have worked with as well. Okay, a lot of bonus, a bunch of different niches that you guys can also use. I already done my research for you guys, so as an additional bonus, you guys can just use these. It'll skip you all these steps, right? But yeah, that's my course. I'm gonna go ahead and have a adroom contact you guys about the course later. Okay. Yes, John, it does come out next coming Monday, May 11th. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So we'll go back to the presentation. Does everything look good? Okay. So we'll go back. Can you guys see my screen now? Yeah? All right, looks good. So let's check it out. We already just checked it out right now, okay? Showed you guys These 7 steps, they didn't just work for me, guys. Not something that I just invented and just threw on a piece of paper, right? It's actually stuff that a lot of my students have already implemented. I did have beta testers for the same course, and a lot of them did implement this. Okay, a lot of them did come from absolutely no experience at all. Okay, and this particular student, El Bandito, he actually started with only $933, and no experience at all with t-shirts, no experience at all with the Facebook marketing, and now he's doing about $5,000 a month, right, in profits. Okay, I do have other students. My one of my students right here, he said he quit his job, right? Things like that, and many other students, guys, I've had that have taken this course, beta testers, a lot of other top earners that have also sold, that have taken my course that I've showed, and they said they did value my course at over $1,000 because they know the effectiveness. And a lot of us have just taken many other courses. I'm sure you guys may have too. I've taken several courses, and I have to say that none of them comes anywhere close to the course that I have right now. Okay, I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying that I feel like my course will over deliver and it will help you guys. Okay, so on Monday, the course will launch. Okay, Monday, May 11th. It's gonna be a lot cheaper than $1,000, just $397. There's a 14-day money back guaranteed because I'm not here to waste any of your guys' time, and I certainly do hope that you guys are not here to waste my time either. Okay, so yeah, would you guys actually like to get the course earlier? If you guys can, if you guys want, I can get you guys the course a lot earlier. Yeah, John. Yeah, I can try to get you guys the course earlier, and I'll actually ask Avram if he'll actually get it to you guys, and it'll actually be yeah. Would you guys actually like that? Would you guys like to get this course sooner than May 11th? Yes, yes. Okay, sooner than May 11th, and I'll actually get you guys a discount for this course as well for sticking it out with me. Okay, you guys have been great, right? Right? Yeah. John, yes, exactly. So I'll actually ask him, and we'll see if he can actually get you the course for cheaper than what it's going to launch for, and we'll actually get it to you guys earlier, so you guys can actually have early access and get a step ahead of competition, right? Yes, exactly. So you guys will go over exactly what it says right here. Okay, you guys are going to be getting 7 modules. That's over 70 in-depth, detailed videos, as well as the fast action bonuses if you guys pick it up on May 11th. Okay, there's going to be case studies, a Facebook group. You guys can have access, so you guys can know what tools that I'm using. Bi-weekly webinars. Over 300 proven niches done for you. Right, a done for you list of over 50 design concepts, winning concepts that are already converting. Okay, list of top designers, your target practice cheat sheet, copy swipes, email copy swipes, a checklist, things like that. Okay, those are additional bonuses that we will give to you, and I'll actually make an honest effort to try to get you guys this course even sooner and at a cheaper price for for just being ambitious and staying here, right? So I'll try to make sure that you guys look out for an email or something. Okay, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning. I have to wait till he wakes up because he's India time. He's probably asleep right now. So I'll definitely contact them and connect with them and try to get you guys this course for cheaper than what it's going to launch for and even sooner, right? So right now we'll go ahead and open things up for Q&A. Can you guys see my screen? Yes, Q&A. Let's see. Questions and answers. Any questions and answers? Oops. Yeah, can you guys see my screen? All right. Q&A, Q&A. Yes, it does come out May 11th. That is. Yes, and I will try to get you guys a link for it to get it cheaper. Yes. Yeah, the course does come with the 14-day money back guarantee. If for whatever reason you guys aren't satisfied with it, if you guys don't feel that you guys have got at least 5 times the amount that you guys paid for this course, okay, then feel free to hit me up and I'll be more than happy to give you all your money back, no questions asked. All right? No worries. Yes, Monday, May 11th. Uh-huh. All right, guys. That's it for now then. I guess all the questions have been answered, it seems like. All right. So I'll go ahead and see you guys later, and I'll get you guys this recording as soon as possible. All right. Thank you.